Hey guys, welcome back to Mass Effect. Here we are on the Normandy, just finished up with Feros. Probably gonna spend this video talking to companions or whatever, you know. This is an interesting time. This video will probably be around 20 minutes long. Just because, you know, it may very well get loud. Like, you may hear noises in the background and stuff, and that's because, the hockey game just hit intermission, so we've got a lot of loud people in my house. So, yeah. And then you combine that with the noise from outside, too, and it's just... I'll talk to you later, Joker. Jeez. Anyway, enough of rambling. Let's get to it. But yeah, if you hear noises in the background, you're either hearing people, car horns, probably, hopefully not my fan, but because it's really hot in here today. It's been absolutely horrid outside too. It's just been really hot, and I've got my window closed to help nullify the sound, but it doesn't help the heat situation any. So yeah, I don't know what I'm rambling about, but here's Kaidan. Should we talk to Kaidan? No, we're gonna wait. Why do I keep going into my bedroom? Schaly, Schaly, Schaly. What do you have on your mind? I don't know. Yes, the good old doctor. Maybe she could tell me what's going on with my brain.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Can you... Uh-oh. Rendering threat except... What? Okay, I'll be right back. This thing actually just crashed on me. Alright, I'm back. Okay. I had to click something just to make sure it wasn't going to do that rendery thing again. I don't know what it did. It just gave me this list of exceptions and errors, and it was bad news. Scared me there.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance
ship?
We
already know all this stuff.
I enlisted right out of med school.
We already know all this
Earth
stuff.
always seemed boring to me. Too safe. Too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure.
Okay, yeah.
I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Good for you.
I should go.
Anyway.
Goodbye, Commander.
What I find rather interesting is that in space, like all the significant doctors, like when I think of space doctors, I think of them all being old females, and it kind of confuses me because how do they stay alive? It's like they're military doctors. How do they do it? Do I want to go in here? Yeah, we'll go in here. Go see if any of our buddies downstairs have anything to say. Maybe sell some stuff I don't need. I don't know. I remember there being a store down here. Haha! Can I move? Thank you. Hey, requisition
looking for supplies?
Durr.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Why would I come to you if I wasn't looking for supplies? Jeez. Not here to chit-chat. Medium human armor! Yes! I actually really want this. Can I afford it? Oh man! Can't afford it! Ah, I want that. I don't know what it looks like, but I want it. Probably looks like camo, but I really want that medium armor. Like, I want medium armor. I miss medium armor. Sell, please. Sell, please. Sell. These are armor upgrades. Sell pistol. Sell light armor. Sell light armor. What we got here? Assault rifles that I don't need. Maybe we'll keep those around. I don't know. Weapon upgrade, grenade upgrade, armor upgrade. Get rid of all the 2s. We have a lot of 3s, so we'll just get rid of everything that has a 2. I'm sure there's some stuff that has a 2. There we go. We'll get rid of 2 of those. We'll keep 1. Just in case. Toxin resistance. Maybe we'll keep that. Phase rounds. If only I knew how big my inventory could be. Okay, so I clearly have enough to buy that armor. Am I gonna buy it? No. The next world I go to might have something of... Hey Wrex, what's up? You got anything to tell me?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yes, we do. Okay.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core.
But I meant... You don't
I
get
could
it.
tell as soon as I met him.
Wait, you knew that guy?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
It's up to me whether it's important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
That's because you didn't know what you were looking for. Maybe. I don't know.
Whose ship was it?
It was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week.
Ugh.
Every damn one.
Bad day to be a mercenary.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
Aww.
Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why not? That's bad.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Good point.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds.
Oh, yeah.
We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Wrex.
Thanks for
Sure.
talking to me, man. You're a good guy. Hey, Ashley. I'm gonna talk to you after I talk to Garrus. Where's Garrus? There he is, my man Garrus. What's up?
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Didn't I already ask you this nonsense?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Aw, his poor daddy.
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Really? You were gonna be a Spectre? Oh, man.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Oh, that's too bad.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Exactly. You know what's what.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
We'll kick his butt. Okay, Ashley. Come here. It's time to have a chit-chat.
Commander?
How we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen.
True that.
Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
Sure.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay 'em on me.
Alright. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but, I'm concerned about the aliens. Vicarian and Wrex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Because they're not with the Alliance?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems.
That's true.
Engines, sensors, weapons.
Do you not trust... Ashley, are you racist?
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
We're mistrusting people?
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Woohoo! I'm like trying to pay attention to this conversation. Apparently we just won that game in overtime. Okay, it's gonna get loud now. Dang it! Oh! Okay, I'm just gonna try to ignore it. And you can try to ignore it if it picks up on the mic, so... Anyway, council members... No, they won't.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
But why do you feel that way, dude? Seriously.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
I'm not gonna be mean, that's so cruel.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, ma'am.
It's okay.
You're lucky. I lost my family on Mindoir. Are you related to anyone I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. I read about Mindoir. The Alliance screwed the pooch on that one. Should have had a bigger garrison. Is that why you're out here? To take the fight to the pirates?
I saw a lot of people die. I can't sit back and let things like that happen.
Amen to that.
Okay, so let's see.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
It's all good, Ashley. You don't have to kiss the Turians if you don't want to. I completely understand. Hey Tali, what's up?
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I'm sorry that I don't take you anywhere.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard.
Aww.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture.
Aww.
You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
Maybe.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew.
I already
It's
asked you all
necessary
this.
to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet.
Oh gosh.
But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a
Tali, you
pilgrimage.
talk too much, and I
We
already
set
asked
out
you all this
alone,
nonsense.
leaving the flotilla and our families behind us.
Flotillas
We
and
only return
pilgrimages
once
and
we have found
ships
something
and
of value
crews
we
and
can bring back to the fleet.
offerings.
This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
We're
I
done
want to
talking
talk about
that.
something else.
Like what?
None of that.
I should go.
See you
I'm
later.
sorry things are hard for you, Tali. What's up, engineer?
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye,
just-
Commander.
You just keep doing what you're doing. You do what you do, engineer boy. And I will go and find Kaidan. That's right. Find Kaidan. There we go. Locking on that button can sometimes be annoying. But that's okay. Because we get to talk to Kaidan. Yay! Loading. Well, I'm gonna save just in case this starts bugging out on me. Because that would be bad. Oh, I hate talking to him back here. I look so shiny. Look at my shiny face.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Of course.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is trading people to aliens for some kind of lost knowledge. But we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I see.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Final frontier. That's adorable.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Well, maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Brain camp. He called it brain camp. Did I go to brain camp?
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero. And how's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Okay, yeah, brain cancer. You got lucky, Kaidan.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Lol. This answer is hilarious. I'm not gonna say that, because that's rude. Why would I make that assumption?
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
Aww. Actually, I wonder if he'd still say that if I made the most butt-ugly female shepherd on the face of the planet. I wonder if he would still say that. That would be funny.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. training, you know.
Oh, man. That sucks, Kaidan. I'm so sorry for you. Yes.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Suspiciousness.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
But I'm totally interested in everything you have to say, Kaidan. Seriously, can you not see it? Are you blind?
I wanted to get to know you a little better, that's all. Thanks for the talk, Kaidan.
Well, you're welcome, ma'am. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Maybe. But I'm not gonna tell you that.
I didn't say I did this for the whole crew. We should talk again.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
He needs time to process that. Why did my mind go there? Okay, back on track.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Feros. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk later, Kaidan.
I'd like that.
Yes, we will. Anyway, okay, back on track. I'm probably gonna cut the video off here. Well, I'll get to Joker first, and then I'll cut the video off. Or maybe I'll just talk to Joker. I mean, how long could that take? He might not have anything at all to say, so we're just gonna throw it in this video. Hey, Joker. Where you at, my buddy? He's like my BFF. Him and Ashley are my BFFs.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
Mutant. That's what I called them, zombies. See, great minds think alike.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
You're awesome. That's what you are.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
You're sick, dude? What do you mean?
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know?
Nope.
Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Wrex syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Oh. Well, I won't pester you about it.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're right.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker. and it's stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Wrex syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though.
Thanks.
I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
TMI, Joker. TMI.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How's the Normandy performing?
Oh.
Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the
asked all
best
this
balance.
nonsense.
The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
Good
Lucky
for
for
you.
you, I'm anything but average.
You are awesome, Joker. If a little bit sensitive and bitchy, but awesome nonetheless. I found out how to skip dialogue. Woohoo! Go spacebar. Okay, I'm done here.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Alright, so I am going to cut the video off now. Now that I'm done talking to Joker about his craziness. But I clicked on these. Oh yeah, because I had to reload. La 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 la. Space map! Come here, space map! Alright. Let me get up here. Get a save going. Yeah. And alright, so I'm gonna cut the video off here. Thanks for watching, guys.